Thank you for the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, our session challenges us to define strategic priorities for adaptation and resilience cities in the face of the global climate crisis. Indonesia's experience points to three essentials. But let me start with a clear premise. Building sustainable infrastructure is necessary, but not sufficient. We must also build opportunity. And few investments unlock opportunity more powerfully than housing. Number one, make people first housing the front line of climate adaptation. Over the past decade, disasters have damaged more than 7 million Indonesian homes, 4 out of 5 due to flooding. Every lost roof risks not just shelter, but also health, livelihoods, and education. That is why adaptation must begin where every day begins, at home. We are developing a national resilient housing roadmap that brings together flood-ready foundations, safer electrical systems, rain harvesting roofs, and nature-based buffers like mangrove belts. Equally important, housing must be well located. Affordable homes must be connected to jobs, schools, and services through a strong focus on transit-oriented development. Adaptation should not push families to the periphery. It should anchor them at the center of opportunity. Number two, pair social justice with climate finance. Our Constitution guarantees every citizen a house with a good and healthy environment. Between 2015 and 2024, national housing programs delivered millions of new and upgraded units. Yet, significant gaps remain, especially in the fast-growing secondary cities where demand often outpaces delivery. Recent analysis shows that $3.8 billion in annual public spending in the housing sector could generate 2.3 million jobs and attract an additional $2.8 billion in private investments. At the same time, we must confront a hard truth. Those most vulnerable to climate risk are often the least able to access formal housing finance. Without targeted support, they remain excluded and exposed. To help close this gap, Indonesia is developing a housing resilience fund. This platform will blend national, provincial, and private resources. The fund will support green retrofit, microloans, inclusionary zoning incentives, and the use of resilient, locally sourced building materials. Its priority is clear: to reach the most vulnerable households and ensure that no one is left behind in the green transition. And last but not least, build alliances to scale what works. Public investments alone cannot meet the scale of the challenge. In Indonesia, steady government funding has been amplified through global partnerships. The World Bank has supported BSPS self-help housing subsidy, the Kota-kota slum upgrading platform, and large-scale post-disaster reconstruction. The Asian Development Bank has backed pilots in community-led settlement planning, affordable rental housing, and climate-resilient water infrastructure. We now invite the new development bank to bring fresh capital, regional insight, and South-South experience and expertise. Across the BRICS, we have an opportunity to align subsidy frameworks, share digital toolkits, and establish common standards that reflect our commitments under the Paris Agreement, the SDGs, and the new urban agenda. In closing, housing must become more than shelter. It must be the front line of urban resilience and the foundation for inclusive growth. This is the core of the strategic urban agenda in a warming world. Indonesia stands ready to work with BRICS partners to scale what works, exchange practical tools, and lead by example in building cities that leave no man behind. Thank you.